Hello everyone, what is up? I was thinking of mostly, I can't really think of anything too, there we go, too crazy to draw right now. So I was thinking about drawing something kind of a little more abstract. Um, I, I have drawn a few things in the past, that are a bit more abstract and like graffiti-like. They're really poppy on my like doing them. I've done two in the past, but I haven't really done one for one of my streams yet, so or videos. So I was thinking I might as well. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I was thinking I might as well do that. I'm also going to try on this stream to talk a bit more as I am doing what I'm doing, so that I can be um mildly entertaining. Gotta get some water real quick. It's all right. That's good. Um, alrighty. Let's see. What color am I on? Green. Let's change that to black. And now we can really start drawing some fun stuff. I I'm just gonna wing it and see what happens. I'm gonna draw like a little smiley here. Doot, doot, doot. I'll just see where this goes. Um, I might like turn that down from 18 maybe to just something a bit lower, maybe to like 16 or something. I don't know, we'll see. This might be good on its own, but I don't know. Like we do something like this and then something like this. Like we could do something then like this and then like here. That side of the arrow is a little like a little just con crushed. I don't know. Um, um, but you know, it's all right. Or I guess flattened would be an appropriate word to use there as well. Let's try and like make something a little bit more concrete here. I said let's try. Ugh, I haven't drawn arrows in a while. Um, this is all right. It's kind of meant to be more abstract and crazy anyway. So maybe that can be like a snake or something. I don't know. Um, hmm. Huh. I am not sure. I am not sure about what exactly. I don't know. Um, hmm. Hmm. I don't really know what else to say, honestly. I just said I was gonna think about things, but now I don't know what to say. Um, hmm. Uh, something will come to me, I'm sure. That's one thing that I'm trying to get used to, streaming stuff is just like willing to just say stuff kind of just off the cuff and whenever I need to, like, um, sometimes it can be a little rough to try and think of something to say right in the moment, and, I'm trying to get a little bit better at that, while also not letting it stress me out, because if it stresses me out, then, like, you know, uh, what's the point of saying anything? Oh, did you hear that? There was a police siren. There was a some sort of police siren that passed by. I'm not sure where that's going. But I know it wasn't like in the driveway of where I am, which is the Carroll Center right now. When I gotta get a bit a little better at sentence structure and all that jazz, but I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Um, Today's been a bit of a slower day for me, but that's okay. I felt good later this afternoon, and so I'm thankful for that. What else? What else is going on in my life? Not much really that I can think of off the top of my head. I'm enjoying the classes that I'm taking. Um, um, well, yeah, I'm enjoying the classes that I'm taking, and what else? What else? What else? Um, mm, I don't know. Nothing else I can really think of in the moment. Mm, um, uh, it's like this thing I can do like this. Um, it's kind of like make another thing here, put that layer down there, and then I can really just start like filling some of these in. And the cool thing is that I can just like use the mouse right here. There, and then might make something green maybe. Make this one green or something. That's cool. Um, and then I can make one like a dark blue, and then maybe one like a lighter blue here, and then hmm, maybe one of them's like an orange there. I was kind of going all over the place, but it's just gonna kind of a stream of consciousness sort of dealio, just sort of whatever. I'm just flowing, going with the flow of things. Hmm, maybe I could make this like a yeah, that kind of green maybe. Maybe that one could be this kind of green, and then this one could be question mark, maybe reddish or pinkish. I guess. I don't see why not. Yeah, okay. Um, and then I can really start like doing this thing or that are a bit more there's like some shading here or whatever like that. Oh, hang on, I didn't mean to do that. Um, edit, undo. I meant like something like this, where it's like the same um shade but brighter, pretty much. And then like we can kind of just go down to here, something like that. There. That's different. It's fun. That is unique. Um, what else? What else? What else? Mm, we could go kind of like this, like a bit of a darker shade now, and like um, kind of go here, or maybe like this is basic shading 101. Like I don't um, it's kind of like whatever really. It's not the biggest deal in the world. And like I think since it could be like right there or something maybe. I think I might even be getting some of this wrong, but I mean I don't really um I'm gonna try my best to like kind of navigate around this, but I mean, it might not be the best. Um, and then I think, well, I mean, yeah, does it kind of like wrap around? Like I don't know. That one sounds kind of confusing. That one is a little confusing to shade. Um, but anyway, um, cool thing is I could pretty easily jump to each of these and just shade them real quick. Boom. Go to like this, the middle half. At least I think. Hopefully, maybe. Maybe not. We'll see. Hopefully that is visible. Hopefully. I've been getting a resume together. That's exciting. Um, like sort of like college slash work thing. Um, I'd like to do stuff more in terms of like concept, like creative concept design, and just like kind of writing things more or less, just like writing out different ideas, like I don't know, maybe plots or something. Um, and I definitely want to get a bit more into graphic design. Um, for both personal use with this YouTube channel as well as like potential professional use as well. Though I'm not exactly sure like where where that field would necessarily take me, but those are some things I'm interested in. Uh, they're things that I'm interested in, and they are things that I want to study more about and hopefully find some sort of potential career in. Maybe, I'd like to do this YouTube thing as a hobby. If I get some money on the side, that's cool. But, if I can find one job that I might not like as much, but I still enjoy, and then I could still have this as like a little hobby thing on the side, I think that'd be great. Because, like, at the end of the day, they'd both be like very creative um opportunities for me that I'd both enjoy. Um, except one I might enjoy a little slightly more than the other, but like they're both two things I really, really like. So here's hoping. Um look, that arrow looks nice. I like how I drew that. Um Here we go. Here's this loop. I don't know how I'm gonna shade this, but I've got an idea because I've done it sort of in the past, and hopefully I can do it again. Um, Hopefully I can do it again. Um, uh, okay. It's a little daunting, but let's try. Let's try. Okay, I might like make that a little bit brighter just so it looks nice and peppy, like this, or something like that. Okay, yeah, that's better. Okay, and then like we could do something that kind of like loops around like this. I think. I I think. Well, I oh well, because no, if this like is being reflected kind of off the top and oh man, I don't know. This stuff's confusing sometimes, man. Um, um, I think that's okay. It's not the best I've done in terms of shading, but I mean, hell, I haven't done shading in like, well, I mean, it was like a few days ago, but I mean, like, I haven't done any sort of serious shading in like a few, weeks at least. Um, so I'll get back into the swing of things, I'm sure. Just take some time. Um, okay, there's that. Um, let's kind of move on to a darker color here. We could go to here and that. Here and that. Yeah, great, 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 great descriptors. Absolute, absolute Bob Ross right here. Um, yeah, that looks nice. Um, like do that there, even though it doesn't look the best. And like, oh shit, what happened? Did I accidentally, did I accidentally press something? Oh, yeah, I guess I did. Alrighty. Well, that is fine. That is fine. That is fine, fine, fine. I won't know where this song is going, but it's fine. Sometimes I like making dumb songs out of nothing, 'cause I think it's motherfucking funny. Um, I get amused, very, very easily. Um, I mean, not to the point of, I mean, depending on your sense of humor, what I may find funny, you may find juvenile, but I'm not a fan of fart jokes. Those are too goddamn easy. No, like give me something a little bit more tactile than a stanky fart. Um, that oh, you gotta be kidding me. Well, the good news is that I'm a lot more talkative than I thought I would, than I thought I would, 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 man, than I thought I would be. So that is a plus one. My God, did I seriously say that? Jesus. That is it's a plus. That's a common phrase, Will, relatively. That is a plus. Where did that phrase even come from? It's a plus. And also, I just found out how I could shade these things. Well, it looks natural. Kind of like a ribbon looking, like kind of like a 3D thing. So like look at this. Like here. There. Okay. But yeah, that's a plus. I don't know where that originated from. It would be interesting to find that out. Maybe I can look that up once I draw this. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I could do something like this. Something like that. Or it's like this. And then there's a little bit kind of going over here. And the rest of it's kind of like this and like yeah, there's the ridge. Not the ridge, but like the what am I thinking of? The freaking shiny bit. Fucking A. The part with the sun. What can't you think of? Oh my god. Sometimes that happens. Ugh, I love when that happens, and when I say love, I probably should have emphasized that. I absolutely love when that happens. But now that sounds too sarcastic, and now I can't think of a good middle ground. So screw me, I guess. Um uh let's see. Now we can go to like the darker blue here and kind of just like do that, and then we can like yeah, we'll go across. Ah, shit, my eyes, man. I don't know. I mean, they're all right. They feel fine. It's just like, man, yeah, sometimes they just get watery as hell when I'm staring at screens. And get a bit more water. Or I should say, they get a bit watery when I'm staring at screens for a long period of time, which I thought I may have not been, but maybe it's not the case. Maybe I have been. Anyway, I'm gonna draw this and continue to be careful. I mean, honestly, I think I'll be fine, but it's just it happens sometimes. It's a part of my eye thing. I don't even know if I've even really properly explained my eye situation on screen, or on camera, I guess. Um, but yeah. I guess I could just do that now real quick. So my eye situation, like, I mean, I'm fine. It's in a stable condition right now, which I'm incredibly thankful for. But up from when I was 2 till I was 15, I had a total of like fucking 46 different eye surgeries. Um, and I'm saying this all nonchalantly just so that like, I don't have to overthink about it. But yeah, 46, which is a hell of a lot. I also want to try and keep the levity of the stream pretty light, so I'm not going to go into too much detail, but yeah, it kind of affected me in a lot of ways, thankfully, some negative, some positive. Thankfully, I can say I'm at the point now where, not only is my vision stable, um with what I have, it's kind of like a tunnel vision sort of thing. Um it's like specifically it's like it was retinopathy of prematurity, then that then kind of escalated into band keratopathy, and thankfully the doctors were able to stabilize that through all the different surgeries I've had to go through throughout all the months of me living till I was 15. But you know, I'm doing better now. I'm able to socialize a lot better now that I've been exposed to excuse me, more people through this program and just generally speaking. So I'm really thankful for that. Um what damn it. I don't know why this keeps happening. Um but anyway, yeah, I'm feeling really happy overall, and I think that's the most important thing, It's like no matter whatever kind of crap you go through, it's like it's always good best to, try and find a way to stay happy, you know what I mean? Um, uh, so, what was I talking about before the eye stuff? I, I don't really remember, honestly. Um, shoot. I think that's a little bit brighter, so that's good. So I'll do something like this, and then like this, and then maybe something like this. Is that bright enough? Is that too bright? I think, was I talking about the color of this thing? Also, sometimes my memory isn't the best. I mean, most of the time it's fine, but sometimes it acts a little weird. Um, and another thing is that I've got like another thing is that I have like somewhat of a slow processing speed. Somewhat, like I used to have a lot like harder of a time like a much harder time there, like a much harder time trying to think of exactly what to say. And sometimes it's a little harder in crowds to think of something to say, but I think a part of that is just because of the fact that, I haven't really been all that social throughout my life. Um, but another part is just more that, you know, another part is just that, oh, come on. I've been getting better at, oh shit, what was I gonna say? Um, yeah, I hate when that happens. Oh God, it's a nightmare. Um, but oh, okay. Let's try and retrace my steps mentally. Okay. So I was thinking of something in regards to like my mental state and trying to remember stuff, which is funny because I know I just went full circle, but I was also talking about oh yes, like talking in crowds and stuff. Yeah, it's that and just the memory stuff. It can be kind of tricky. I'm getting a little better with it. I've learned from a lot of counselors and stuff. That or from a counselor that I really like. That named named Marianne. Um, that if you want to give a conversation that feels very fluid and nice, it's good to like try and like really think about what you're going to say before you say it. I mean, that sounds like the most basic logic like you could think of. But I was never really told that as a kid. And not only that, but like, like I always just wanted to like whenever I'd have an idea, I wouldn't exactly know how to say it. And so I'd have this idea in my head and I'd be like, oh my God, I want to talk about X, Y, or Z. And like I never knew specifically what I wanted to say about it. That wasn't until, Marianne, told me that, it's good to it's good to really think about like specifically like what are you trying to say before you actually like say it, you know? Um and so ever since then, like my conversation, like me talking right now, like it may sound like that like instant, but for me, the words that I'm saying to you right now in my head are like a few seconds, like that they feel like they're a few seconds ahead of what I'm actually saying. So like if I say you, I'm thinking about that word a few seconds before I actually say it. And so it's kind of weird when you really think about it. Like, I'm running a conversation a second or two ahead of myself in my head before I actually say it out loud. So, like, literally, all the words you're hearing me speak right now, I'm thinking of a second or two ahead of time. I mean, it's crazy, but it's true. I mean, it's been working like really well for me, and yeah, it's really been helping my train of thought. So yeah, that's been really exciting. That's been an exciting revelation that I've been that I've helped to uh that I've helped to cultivate um throughout the past year and a quarter. I mean, yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, like sometimes I have those bits where I kind of just like stutter and like, oh shit, what do I say now? But for the most part, it's pretty fluid, and I'm I'm really thankful for that. it feels like such a world of a difference, and that's awesome. I love that. Now I don't know what to do because all this stuff is fairly saturated, and I want this to look saturated and cool, but I don't want it to look as overly saturated as the other stuff. So maybe I do something like this. Okay, maybe I just like make everything just a little bit like just a little bit like darker, just a little bit darker. Maybe I can say the same. Maybe. Maybe I can like, hold on, maybe I just add a little darker too. It might be like that. Okay, how does that look? Ah, that looks nice. Okay. Um, we could do like this maybe. And then to finish her off, ha ha ha, subtle sex joke. Ha. I prefer I prefer my crew jokes more subtle, honestly. It means you actually have to think about what I'm saying before you get the joke, and honestly, I find it far more interesting to actually like engage with what with the media you're being you're fucking A. Engaging, I find it more interesting to engage with the media that you are subjecting yourself to rather than just like droning on. Um, but yeah, um, oh yeah, look at that. It looks cool. I think it's really basic. Um, it's not really as intricate as some of my other ones, but I mean, it still looks cool in its own way. Um, I have to show some. I might have to do like my own sort of like art stream where like I do my own separate. Let's save this as we can save it as like download, a download, and we can save it as funky three because I've made like two previous versions of that. And then we can make it a PNG and then save it. And then I can put that as a thumbnail to the video. Um, but yeah. Um, what was I saying? I think I was saying that I've been getting better at recording this stuff. Um, X, Y, and Z. Um, but yeah. Oh, okay. I had to edit something out again really quickly. I opened up Spotify again, which, it means that I accidentally opened up something that has my full name in it, which is annoying as hell because I'm gonna have to edit it out later, but it shouldn't take too long. So, anyway, I hope you appreciate the stream or the video recording. Um, and I'll see you all in the next one. And yeah, see ya.